how did it feel to represent Team USA in the Olympics? It's a great question, and it's something that my whole life was kind of revolved around. When I was young, I saw the '84 Olympics. My dad was a wrestling coach, so I'd always kind of been in the wrestling world. I actually wrestled in 4 different Olympic trials, and the last one is the one that I made the team. And I was older, I had a family, had a job, something that most of the guys on the team didn't have. So everything kind of was put into perspective, and I was at an age where I could really value making Team USA. So making it at the age of 33, I really valued the experience and wanted to take everything away from it, and knew that I wouldn't take it for granted, because I'd been second, I'd been third so many times, and this was the one time that I was the guy. I had been the alternate before and didn't get to do all the pageantry, and I'm a sports fan in general. So to be around those guys, to be around the legends of the sport, being around Usain Bolt, being with Phelps, that was pretty cool. That opening ceremonies evening, to be around those legends was something that I'll never forget, and to know that literally billions of fans, billions of people were watching this moment, watching us walk out into this Olympic Stadium in London, and it was definitely a surreal experience. To become an Olympian and go through the trials and tribulations of college wrestling, and even before that, scholastically in high school, just being able to use, all the downfalls, you're not always going to win, and use those as motivators, and understand that the final goal and what you're looking to accomplish, and being able to motivate yourself and get back on the horse and continue to train and take the good with the bad, and allow that to motivate you to achieve your goals is something that, especially in wrestling, it's mano a mano. We have no one else to blame. It's on you, and you can take that pretty personal pretty quick, and it can knock you off what you're trying to do. So definitely using losses and gaining from them and being better because of it, that's the only way you're going to achieve the highest levels of the sport. Experiences in London, and translating them into my coaching, it's a lot of what I've kind of already kind of touched on, the losses, turning those around and learning from them to get the most out of their wrestling ability. So really diving into that, getting to know the guy, getting to know their pluses and minuses, and what gets them going and what holds them back. So taking that into my coaching, taking that into these guys that we're looking to win big time matches, win ACC titles, win NCAA titles, and then on to the international scene is what I'm looking to do. So I think Roby Brewer, myself, Coach Hott, even James Green and Ty Walls, they just do a great job of getting to know these guys and taking their faults and making them making it positive for them. So that's what's going to get them over the hump, and that's what we're trying to do. Bryce and Mackay have put themselves on the map internationally. In Mackay's 3rd ever freestyle tournament, he made the junior world team, beat some great guys to make that team. Mackay's chock full of surprises. He can beat anybody in the world, really. And that's what happened. Went out there and just wrestled an amazing tournament and won the Junior World Championships. This year, we put our second young Hokie on the Junior World team in Bryce Andonian. He's at 70 kilos. Mackay was at 74 kilos. So Bryce a little bit lighter. His World Championship date starts on August 15th, and he's excited. He's been training hard, been here most of the summer. Ty Walls, another former Hokie, was 3rd at the U23s 3 years ago, so 23 and under, and he was our first ever world age group medalist, and he'll be continuing to stay in Blacksburg and train through 2024 in hopes of making the United States Olympic team in 2024. These guys, I just try and give them maybe what I didn't get, or things that I felt I didn't have from my coaches at the next level. The little things, really the little things. They're going to go out there and perform if I can make sure that those guys are getting their proper nutrition, getting their proper sleep, and then getting their workouts in. If you're doing the little things like that, everything's going to take care of itself on the mat. We got a bunch of young guys that those are their aspirations, and we're going to put a bunch on world teams and hopefully Olympic teams at some point. We haven't had one punch their ticket, but we're getting close, and we're going to have a couple Hokie wrestlers at some point make that Olympic team. So they'll do what they've been trained to do, and they trust me and trust our coaching staff, so super excited for them. The world-class athletes that represent their countries and the camaraderie, not just with the United States athletes, but athletes around the world, really is what it's about. But to see years and years of work and toil and go into your passion and then finally coming out and getting that victory in the pool or the track or on the wrestling mat or on the court is pretty emotional. Excited to see these guys compete in Tokyo. We have a great team on the wrestling mat, but then, throughout being able to watch gymnastics and track and field, we got a bunch of Hokies that are going to be competing. So go Hokies and go Team USA.